Hello, everybody. I hope you all are having a lovely weekend. We are here to discuss Nikita Dragun's latest video that she put out on YouTube 2 days ago. That's called What Happened. So it all started where Nikita Dragun shocked all of her 9 million Instagram followers when she shared a Snapchat of her shedding tears on her profile. In the caption, she announced her upload to a new YouTube video to her channel. And I have that post to share with you all. And it just says new YouTube video. Been debating for months, talking about this, but it's time to address it and finally talk about what happened. So, she was diagnosed with a mental disorder, and the past 6 months of her life, it has been a whirlwind for her. This is what she said when she came out to share with everybody about what's been happening and what mental disorder she has.
Today, I wanted to open up and talk about what's been going on. You know, I've always said that YouTube is my diary, and I've shared every part of my life. And for some reason, this is one of the hardest things for me to talk about. In some ways, I feel guilty for feeling this way. Today, I would like to share that I am bipolar, and it feels really great to say that.
She also said that she thought transitioning from a man to a woman was the hardest thing she would ever have to do in her life. She believed once she transitioned in her life that it would be complete and she would achieve all of her dreams. Nikita Dragun never imagined that after transitioning, she would have to endure a mental disorder. And here is a couple of clips from the video where she goes into how she has been feeling about it.
About 6 months ago, I had my first manic episode and my first almost mental breakdown. I just felt a little bit lost, and I actually went back home to Virginia to try to reconnect with myself. There was just something missing in a way. In doing so, I actually unlocked the floodgates of childhood trauma or just all those memories that I was suppressing. This is the first time I'm really talking about this, so it's a little bit hard for me to try to articulate. So thank you for bearing with me, because I really don't know what this one.
Which I am so proud of her for sharing her story, because as a creator and an influencer like she is, where she has millions of followers, it's hard sometimes to be as open and honest about different things that you are going through in your life, because people use it as a weapon to hurt you. And for her to open up about what she is going through is a big step. And I hope that people see this and realize people go through things in their life, and it's okay that they aren't crazy, that they aren't just another person with something wrong with them, that they are working on themselves and they're being honest with everybody, and they're opening up to share their story about what they're going through, so others that might be going through it know that they aren't alone. Here's another clip from her video.
I started to remember things that were great growing up, and I started to remember things that weren't so great that I guess tried to bury. When I went back home around Thanksgiving time, everything just started pouring out of me. And it was hard because I was just really losing touch with reality. And I think it was hard because my reality was so tough to face in a way that it just felt like my whole life and existence was like ripped out from under me.
So in her video, she also said it helps to put it on a spectrum. On one side of the spectrum was manic, and on the other side is depressed. She added that somewhere in the middle was normal. And here is a clip of her better explaining that to everybody.
And I was going through a manic episode, and if you guys don't know what a manic episode is, it's just a whirlwind. It starts at like a 5, and then you get to a 6, and then a 7, then an 8, and then 9, and a 10, and 11, and a 12. Like it's almost like your gears in your brain are starting to turn and turn and turn, and it's almost like a car that overheats, or when the engine explodes. If you think about bipolar, sometimes people think you're happy one second, you're sad one second, you're this, you're that, like you just jump from moods to moods, but it's so much different than that. From what I've been learning, it's almost like two opposite ends, right? You're either manic or you're depressed, and somewhere in the middle is normalcy.
Nikita Dragun tells her followers that bipolar disorder is exhausting because typically you land on one of the two extremes of the spectrum. She also says that during a manic episode, she did some things she wasn't particularly proud of. And without sharing too many details, she opens up about getting into an altercation during a manic episode that resulted in her landing in the back of a police car. And then she was taken to the hospital where she was detained for her own safety. And here is a clip from that.
And I was going through a moment I won't get into, but like an altercation happened, and I ended up in a police car. I got brought to a hospital. I had to be evaluated from head to toe, and I was placed under a detaining order, which basically means you're a threat to yourself or other people. You know, I probably couldn't have said this a couple of months ago, but I am really glad that everything happened the way it did. From the hospital, I was then admitted into a behavioral health center, which is basically a psych ward. And that was a really, really tough moment for me. If it was overwhelming before, once I got that ankle monitor strapped to me and I had to shower with the doors open, and I was medicated, and I had someone watching over me at all times, like really took me to a different place.
Here's one more clip about this as well.
Mental health has such a stigma upon it, and whether someone's bipolar, schizophrenic, has anxiety, has depression, I met so many other patients who normally I would just call crazy, but that is the last word that I think even I wanted to hear in that moment. And it was such an eye-opening experience because it taught me so many things that I can't even really describe in this video.
And that's really eye-opening for me, and I hope others as well, because when somebody calls somebody crazy or whacked or wacky or they're insane, they don't know if somebody is actually going through something in their life. They don't know if they are dealing with something that maybe they are unaware of. And at this time, she was very unaware of everything that she was going through. And because of this incident, she explains that it led, even though it was a bad incident, it led to her finding out what has been wrong with her, and it led to her getting the help that she needed for so long. Nikita also admits that she is thankful for the way it all played out, because that's what led to the diagnosis and her getting the help. And she noted that her family's support during this difficult time was also a real game changer for her. She went into how thankful she is that she can now talk about this and express this with everyone, because going through something like this, you can feel so alone. And here is her last little clip from her video, just explaining a little bit more of how she's been feeling lately.
So many nights I've cried myself to sleep, not knowing who I am anymore. There's been times where I felt so broken. The only thing that I could say to not only you, but myself as well, is there are so many people that love you and you have so much life to live. Don't give up on yourself. I don't know what happens next from here, but I just want to say that I've really been so fortunate, and I just want to say I'm so grateful that you guys have supported me through all of this, even unknowingly. I am reconnecting with my family and my friends and just people in my life, and it just means so much, especially at this time, because sometimes it can just feel so lonely when you go through stuff like this. And again, I'm trying to not feel embarrassed or ashamed about these things, because I don't think anyone should have to be.
And I agree. I don't think anyone should be embarrassed about having a mental disorder or going through something like this. It's something that is out of their control. And until they realize that this is what's going on, they can't get the help that they need. And no one should feel embarrassed. No one should make them feel embarrassed or that they are crazy or insane when it's something that they can't control. Nikita also posted today on her Instagram story how grateful she was for all the supportive messages and comments that she's received since she put out this video. And it's helped her so much to realize she isn't alone. And I do have that Instagram story for us all to look at.
I just wanted to say the biggest thank you for the response to my video that I uploaded. This has been something that has been really like weighing down on my chest for a while now, and I just feel such a sense of relief. Not in any way that I was hiding what happened, but I just didn't feel ready to talk about it. And YouTube has always been my diary and my way of expressing myself. And I've always treated that since the beginning, whether I was transitioning or now going through this mental health journey. I think I just have always wanted to be unfiltered and real and honest about what's going on in my life. And this has been the hardest thing to talk about, but reading the comments and seeing your guys' stories, it just makes me not feel alone. And I feel like a lot of times, especially with mental health, you can really feel alone sometimes. So I just wanted to say the biggest thank you, and I love you guys.
And I agree. Knowing that you are going through something and the feeling of being alone or being embarrassed to talk about it, or feeling like if you talk about it, people are going to judge you, is the worst feeling in the world. And on this platform, I'm happy that she has been as real, because there are some people on here that aren't. And I strive to be just like her on my channel, where I'm open, I'm honest, I don't lie about anything I've been through in life or what I'm feeling, because there's no reason. There's no reason to be a fake person or to hide your emotions, because other people are going to sit there and judge you for being you or what you're going through. It's called life. Everybody is going through something in their life. And I feel like more people should be receptive and not put people down or attack them, and be there to lift people up, support them, help them, and be there for one another. We need more of that. We need more of that in life. We need more of that on this platform. And we need more of that between each other, because there's not enough. There's not enough. And nobody knows what somebody is going through that can push somebody over the edge. So we need to be wise with the words that we use and say towards others. We need to be more aware of what we are doing to other people by what we are saying or creating or doing for content, because it can really damage somebody. And is somebody's life worth a click and a view? In my opinion, it's not. I do want to show her Twitter as well, because there was an overwhelming amount of support. So she posted this the same day, May 12th, when she posted her video. And here are just some comments that were left. I love you, Mom. I'm here for you for life. Proud of you. Never been through this, but seems so hard. Queen, I love you so much. And here, this person, with their ignorance, in my opinion, can you make some content? She took time to get her mental health in order and to get back on track with her life. She was finding out that she was bipolar and wanting to get back to a place where she was comfortable and learn what this is going to do to that's going to affect her life now for the rest of her life, and what she needs to do to maintain it. And here somebody is like, can you just make content? Yeah, she's an influencer. She's a creator. I love her content. I love watching her content, but I would much rather her take time for herself than worry about a video. That really bugged me there. Sending virtual hugs, Mama Dragon. And then here's some more. Stay strong. Stay safe. Stay strong. Thank you, Nikita, for sharing your feelings with us. You have been an inspiration to many of us. We love you. We love you, Nikita. Just watch the whole video, and I hope I can give you a hug right now. And here's a couple more. And I know it's a little blurry on your end, so I'm going to just read these for you. The first one says, I'm trying to zoom it on my end. Sorry, guys. I didn't realize it was going to be so blurry. We love you, SM. Hugs, love you so much. Girl, I totally get what you're saying, 1,000%. One is always here. You are strong. Love you, Queen. Love you, sis. These are so supportive and so amazing that people are coming to her to show their love and support and let her know that she is not alone and that she did an amazing thing by opening up and telling her story. I think we need to have more awareness when it comes to mental health. I think we need more awareness on what it does to people, how people can't control sometimes their actions and what's happening because of these disorders. And if people don't know that they have an issue, how can they can control something that they don't know they have. And sometimes these issues can lead to solutions and figuring out that they have something wrong with them. And it's a good thing. But as a society, as a YouTube community, we need to come together, not make fun of people, not bully people, not harass people for what they are going through. We need to lift them up. We need to remain positive, send good vibes, and love on one another. It's not that hard. It's actually harder to be negative than it is to be positive. And I hope that people can see what Nikita did was an amazing thing. It was probably one of the hardest things that she ever had to do, that she had to debate, would this hurt me by opening up, or would this help me? But because she's always been so open and honest, like I am, I get it, that she felt the need to say it like it is and tell people. And hopefully one day she can look back on this video after, going through the ups and downs that it's going to bring and be like, wow, I'm so happy with how far I've come from that moment right then to where I am now in life. So, Nikita, I'm here supporting you. I know there are so many others that are behind you, and take whatever time you need. Don't worry about making content. Though we love your content, don't worry about it. Take as much time as you need. Do what you have to do and know that we are not going anywhere, that we will be here to support you, lift you up, and that you are strong, you are beautiful, you are loved, and it's okay. It's okay. We all have our issues, and as long as we get the help that we need, that's what matters. And I'm so happy that you're getting the help that you need and deserve. You're a wonderful and inspirational woman. And I can't thank you enough for being brave and coming forward with this. I hope everyone else enjoyed this little video. I will link her video to the entire video below, along with her Instagram and her Twitter, so you guys can stay posted on some Nikita Dragun news. And I will keep updating you on different things happening within the YouTube community, the celebrity community, and just things in general. I hope you guys have a lovely night, and I will see you again soon. Bye, everyone.